It's easily read by the client and it can be created in less than 30 minutes. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a receipt. A receipt is a key component to good business practice. This is because it gives the client the comfortability they need to know that you have received their payment. And it gives you a way to organize and keep track of all of the payments that have been issued within your business. I created my business receipt in Canva. I like to use Canva because although there's a paid version, there's also a free version. So you can utilize that free version and see if you even want to move up to the paid version, but you don't have to if you don't want to, because this website is just great and it also has an app. Let's get started. What is great about Canva is that they have templates already made for you. So if you do not have the time to create a receipt or you don't feel comfortable creating a receipt of your own, you can scan through Canva and select any template that you would like and then change it to implement your brand colors. And if you want to be even more individual when creating your receipt, you can create your receipt from scratch using all of the tools that they have. The receipt I made is very minimal. I want it to be easily understood by the client and they know exactly what they paid for, how they paid for it, etc. Let's get started. I will screen record my laptop so you can see exactly how I create a receipt. So first you're going to want to go to Canva, click on the website. If you don't have a login, this is the time where you would go to create a login. Some use invoices instead of receipts. I use receipts for when my client has paid me for the service. I use an invoice to send out to my client to let them know they owe me money for a specific service. And in that invoice, I detail how they can pay me. I also use an invoice when I am working with a different contractor, not when I am the contractor. In the search engine, I'll type in receipt, scroll down to receipt template. And when you see the crown on the screen, that means it is the paid version of the app. So you will need to upgrade to the paid, but if you do not see the crown, it is free. Now, I like my receipts to be extremely minimal. So I'm going to choose this. Then I'm going to click customize and begin working to customize it to my liking. Now you can just keep this and change the words that best represent what the client is paying for. But because I like to have a very easily readable document, I am going to change it up a bit. For instance, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out, take this out. I am going to insert my company's name here. So for company, I'm just going to call our company name. But you're going to put your actual company's name. I would want to put a box here so it is more easy to read, or we'll use this white box here. So here, we're going to go copy because we're going to keep this box. And we're going to do paste. Paste is Command V. Then we're going to make this box small so that is easily readable, and send it, put position and send it behind the text. This is where you can put your logo, but if in case you don't have a logo and you want to put something even more simple, you can insert different elements. Since we are musicians, you can implement a violin. So let's type in violin here. If you want to make things simple, you can implement any kind of design there and change the color to the color that you favor. You can also change paper to a color you might like. I like a darker, yeah. But you can play around with it, making it any color that you would like. It can be black. Take that out. Here you can add your receipt number. I don't need this. The things you want to include in your receipt is your business name, the receipt date, have sections, copy, because you also need to include your item number, and we'll put paste. That way all the letters are and shapes are the same, and we're going to make sure they align. We're gonna put the item description here. Then we're gonna do another page for the next section where we will put the amount the client has paid you. There we go, we have our section. In the item description, that will contain who has given you the receipt, what the receipt is for, the date is when the receipt was given to you. Try to ensure that you're able to send the receipt back the same day you have received that payment to make things more streamlined and to avoid any confusion. We'll keep this line to separate or create multiple items if needed. We don't need this, we don't need this because we already have our item there. We don't need this. We did the item description here. Since this is for music, we don't need quantity, we don't have unit pricing. And then you're gonna put the total paid underneath the item line. I like to keep all the font the same or similar so that everything is clear. We're gonna make sure it lines up here with the total amount payment. And here you implement the dollar amount or euro amount, whatever dollar that you have, and ensure to thank your client for working with you. So here, to make sure it's the same font, you could just press copy, paste, and then thank you. When you type thank you, you make it extremely large or as large as you like it. I like it very big. Now make it long. Position it in the middle of the document. I'm not loving this, but you don't have to have that mark there. You can put anything. You can put a violin. For instance, let's put a violin. Yeah, I think I like this a little bit better. Signifies music. Very simple. Underneath, you want to implement your social media so that the client always knows where they can find you. And in case you have platforms that they don't know about. So you go to text, add text here, you write in your website, add a line, and your social media handle. Bring it down, make it bold. And there you have it, a simple, easy receipt. It is easily read by the client, contains your brand color, and it can be created in less than 30 minutes. I hope you found this tip helpful. My name is Dr. Nicole Wright. I'm a performer and music educator located in New York City. Bye, friends.